Hi everybody, good afternoon. Thank you for coming in. I'm here to do a general reading in the energy of the full moon in Gemini, which is occurring on December the 15th, less than 24 hours from when I record this message. It's a very powerful one. I'm going to do an astrology intro as I always do when it comes to important moon cycle happenings, and then I'll get into the general reading. So I'll timestamp that below for those of you that are not interested in the astrology. Now, Gemini and Sagittarius are in opposition, the sun always opposing a full moon, and at the same time as the full moon occurring in Gemini, Mercury, which has been retrograde in Sag, turns direct. So that axis of Gemini and Sagittarius means a lot of things. Primarily for me, it is an axis about communication and language, the words we use and how we use them and how we communicate. Gemini is Mercury after all, so it is the mind and it is the communicator. It's in the third house. It has to do with our community, our friendship groups. And you know how in certain industries, or any time you belong to an industry, there occurs a kind of lingo that's commonly understood. There are meanings associated with certain words. You hear it a lot in the spiritual community, in the tarot community. A lot of us use the same words over and over and over again with an implied meaning. But the problem with that implied meaning, and this is where Sagittarius comes in, is that trying to place meaning on things that don't fall into a definition that the mind understands, Gemini, right, Mercury, is actually a faulty way to communicate. There's a lot that can't be explained with language or with words. In fact, language and words can totally be corrupted. And they not even with intent, but just with overuse or misunderstanding or difference in definitions. And that definitely takes me into the area of, okay, so we can see how that applies in an industry or in the collective at large, in the surrounding energies, let's say, our societal energies. But within our own lives, in our own relationships, we take the language and we say, like, okay, for instance, the word love, that has an implied meaning. The problem is that that implied meaning is different for every single person. And we cannot come to an agreed upon understanding or definition of this is what love is. And that is what Mercury, Gemini, tends to want to do. Not specifically when it comes to love, but apply language to philosophy. Sag is in the 9th house. It's the house of spiritual philosophy. It is higher learning. You know it in tarot from the Temperance card, right? 1 foot on the earth and 1 foot in the water. So it's kind of straddling the bridge between the physical and the esoteric, or the things we can't see, can't quantify. Again, Mercury wants to quantify. So the use of language really comes into question when we have a full moon in Gemini, for sure. And communication. Now, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so that's about expansion and where do we go from here, and redefinition and exploration, distant ideas, possibilities. At the same time, we have Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius, which is the innovator. So we have an innovation of language in order to better understand. And this language is spoken with a different kind of awareness. And that is also Mercury energy. So this full moon in Gemini brings to the surface a lot of truths that are going to be seen, understood in a different way, stripping away what we thought we understood about certain language, certain words. If we define it like this, then it means this, when really there is more ambiguity to everything than that. And that's also the Temperance card. Anyway, you guys, in your own charts, look at the house that's ruled by Gemini. You don't have to have any planets in that house. It's the house ruler. And that is the area of your life that's being affected by this full moon. As I mentioned, full moons are about culmination and release. But Gemini, too, reminds us to always remain curious. It's mutable and it's air. Don't remain fixed in any kind of ideas or definitions. Sag is also mutable fire. And that's like about as I mentioned, illuminating the possibility, shining a light on where we go from here. Lots of interesting astrology taking place around this full moon. And certainly I do expect some major epiphanies, both societally and personally. All that being said, let's get into the collective reading. It's still a general reading, so remember, not everything I say the way that I say it's going to literally apply to your life. Certain parts might, certain parts might not. Pay close attention to your own intuition as always. I'm doing it as a collective rather than in all signs because Mercury is in retrograde, so my ability to, again, try to move things into words is very complicated right now. We have come to life. I love this card. This is the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck, but this is about new beginnings. Maybe you've been going through a period of reassessment, rest, redefinition, kind of turning in on yourself. And this is coming out of that. Okay, it could be about ideas coming to you, but it's also about telling the story the way you want it told. What do you feel? Interesting. Not what do you see and what do you know, but what do you feel? Because trying to compare apples to oranges, for instance, is impossible. Again, it's unquantifiable. You can only go by what you feel. Interesting. All right, let's get into the reading. Let's use the star codes. This could be astrological energy in your chart and somebody, whoa, okay, and somebody around you, or just overall influencing the situation. We have the symbiosis. Symbiosis in astrology is when two signs work very well together. In fact, they make things harmonize better. Okay? And then we have Neptune, Pisces. Interesting, Pisces ruler. Neptune is about visions and dreams and possibilities and tapping into the intuition. What do you feel? Okay. We have the Imam Coli, the roots that go way down deep. This can be about finding your own sense of truth, like in the core of you. And Neptune is an interesting planet to be aiding in that pursuit. So is the moon, full moon in Gemini. Interesting. The moon is about our perceptions. And then we have Aquarius energy, which is where Pluto is right now. Aquarius is about the collective, can be about friendship groups, but also, again, innovation. All right, let's get into it. Let's go to the good tarot. Let me take a look at the recent past for you. The Four of Swords come to life. The Four of Swords is a time of rest and recovery. Swords are all about our thoughts, our mind, right? Gemini energy. And this is about the full integration of heartbreaks from the past, the lessons learned, what's now understood from what you've been through. It can be, like I said, a time of going within and keeping silence, but also keeping the mind silent. It's very meditative. But here we have coming back to life. Let me see you now. It can be from that meditative and recovery place that this vision of Neptune is appearing. Let me see you. Oh, the Page of Cups, a vision of Neptune. I'm sorry about the noise. As I keep saying, I live in a very busy neighborhood. There's no way around it. Anyway, the Page of Cups is water energy. It's my getting the toe wet in the water of possibility again, coming back to life. The Three of Swords is heartbreak, and this is the heart opening, just a fragment, getting your toe wet in that possibility, like I said, exploring it. Let me see your next steps. Where are you heading? Interesting Gemini energy with the Lovers. The Lovers is a difficult choice that we have to make. It's heart-based. It's based on passion. And usually when lovers connections, see my words, you guys, I apologize. When lovers connections cross our path, be they in the form of another person, another road we can take, a possibility. This has got a lot to do with possibility and imagining the possibilities. But anyway, we'll see what this Lover's card is representative of. But the reason why it's a difficult choice is because it represents two sides of the self. Gemini energy is the twins, that inner duality, and needing to make that difficult choice. Okay. And difficult choice, apples to oranges. The mind isn't going to help you out here. You're going to have to listen to your heart, because that's where the truth in this lay. Can't trust what you see here. Let me see the surrounding energies. Yeah, we have the moon. You can't trust what you see. Let me see the surrounding energies. This could be another person. It can be a furthering of your actions. We have the Four of Cups. More water energy. The Four of Cups is contemplating going deeper. Again, it's a moment of pause before expansion. It can be emotional restlessness. It's like, I need to make this decision. There's no more hesitating. Could be somebody waiting for you as well. Let's see what's in the challenge. Four of Swords and Four of Cups. Interesting. Lots of fours coming out. The Eight of Swords. The mind can't understand. And it's coming in here with Aquarius energy. Like I said, it's like using the brain to explain the heart, which is never going to happen. And this is the attempt to do so, and being stuck in that perception. It's very self-limiting, trying to untangle that. We have the Three of Pentacles, Earth energy. Three of Pentacles, now this could be about your work. It could be about collaborations, friendships. Because sometimes Gemini energy is the third house, and again, it is our friendships, our community, our co-workers. And sometimes deviating or stepping away from that, what's held in your common friendship group, can be a bit of a problem. Eight of Swords. Interesting. But there's this resistance to expansion. Let me see a potential outcome. And this choice. Okay. I think you've been meditating on this choice. But it's like your heart is opening up and getting visions of things that you can't take back now. That's the thing with the Lover's card. It lives in you. The Two of Pentacles, hesitation. And then I see the Hermit, Virgo's major arcana. The Two of Pentacles can be about doing a lot of busy work, about keeping yourself occupied. But also this can also be about patience, soul searching. But again, this time of silence, and am I ready to emerge? Okay, interesting. Let's clarify. I'm going to use the Lune de Luniverse. Let me see the Four of Swords in the recent past. The Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy. This is very, very careful. This is slow and steady. And whatever it is that you are pouring a lot of diligence or effort or concern into didn't go the way you thought it would go. Maybe you were going very slowly because you were in a place of self-defensiveness. Let me see the Knight of Pentacles. The Star, Aquarius. Interesting. The Star is about the hope, the vision. And this is you carefully moving towards that. You only get to the Star by going through the Tower, which can be why the rest and recovery. It can be that everything that was familiar to you or that you built your foundation on in some way, be that belief systems or stability pentacle-wise, that fell, and it caused a shift in perspective here with the Star. Also a time of healing, and where what's true becomes clear after everything falls away. But again, this is you building slowly, carefully on something that's real. Let me see the Page of Cups. This is where you are now. The Eight of Pentacles, diligence, carefully. Now this can definitely have to do with your work and working towards some kind of goal here with a new mindset, a vision. That's the Page of Cups. What's the vision? 8 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles. Wow. We're fast heading towards the 10 here. The 9 of Pentacles is independence. It's having all your material needs in place so that you can navigate the way that you want to. This can be about you looking to increase your stability in some way. And you have an idea or a vision of how to do that. We have the 6 of Wands. Fire energy, that's about being seen. That's about beating out the competition. Or getting out of your own internal combat against your growth. Let me see the Lovers. The Queen of Wands, fire energy. The Queen of Wands is very self-confident. And we saw the 6 of Wands. This is about allowing yourself to be seen. It's about being celebrated. Let me see the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Queen of Wands. And the Moon. We have the Moon and the surrounding energy with the 4 of Cups. Where is that? Okay, let me see this Queen of Wands. You're going to have to follow your intuition. Interesting. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what came out face up? The 10 of Pentacles. This is commitment. This is stability. And whatever this idea that you have, I think, involves this Queen of Wands. Very interesting. And also what wanted to show itself was the 2 of Cups. Water energy. It's getting your toe wet in the possibility of a new experience. This could be a partnership. It could be a collaboration or coming into union with somebody, this Queen of Wands. And because there's a lot unknown, we have the Moon twice. That could be your hesitation. And why with the Page of Cups, it's being kept very small at the moment. But you're certainly working hard on this idea, aren't you? Okay, let me see the 4 of Cups and the surrounding energy with the Moon. The 7 of Pentacles, carefully laid plans. But also this hesitation. Okay. Lots of earth energy coming through here. You could have strong earth in your chart or be dealing with an earth sign. Yeah. The 4 of Pentacles. And then the Page. We have 4 Pentacles, 4 Swords, 4 Cups. Which is a lot of holding back and becoming stable though. 4 of Pentacles is holding on to what you've got. But there's this new idea. And I do think that you believe that in collaboration with this Queen of Wands, that can happen. Because 3 of Pentacles in the challenge is a collaboration. It's working together on the same goal, building towards this 10. 7 of Pentacles in the surrounding energy and 3 in the challenge. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Let me see the 3 of Earth. What is this about? And the 8 of Swords. Let me see. 3 of Pentacles. Strength. Leo's major. Right now we have Mars retrograde in Leo. But strength is this year, 2024. It equals number 8. Integrity to your heart. Courage. The willingness to go your own way. Leo's a lot about sovereignty. Interesting that we have that clarifying Aquarius. Leo and Aquarius in opposition. But it's also about belief in yourself. There could be a holding back though. Yeah, look, we have Aquarius, the King of Swords. That's who's responsible for the 8 of Swords. Let me see the 2 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles. This is a feeling of lack. Together we have 7. 7 in the surrounding energy. Let me see. This can be about your money, your stability. That Two of Cups keeps wanting to come out. Now, what do we have here? Interesting. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, Aquarius energy. This has a lot to do with the stories that you tell yourself, what your mind does, right? Five of Swords can be about you trying to shut something down manually. And yeah, we have the Ace of Swords. Look at all the air energy coming through with that Gemini moon. The Ace of Swords is about clarity. This is the truth. All right, what is the truth? It can be about communication, seeing the truth. Come on. We have the Empress and the Knight of Cups. Divine feminine energy with the Empress here, Venus, Libra and Taurus. But with the Knight of Cups, this is somebody you want to speak your truth to. You want to make some kind of offer, confession, proposal. That page right here, where you're at now, becomes a Knight and becomes the offer. And the Ace of Swords is truth. So this is about you getting out of your own way and stop telling yourself stories of lack. Look who's here. Pisces with the High Priestess. But what did I say about following the intuition? This is speaking a different language than the mind understands. It's what you know, even if you can't see. We've got the Three of Swords. Memories of heartbreak from the past. Again, we'll go to words, right? Because there's certainly love associated in this message. If we take the word love and we apply it to painful experiences of the past, it makes us afraid of anything that bears the word love. This is about changing the meaning. Let's have one more. Empress energy, big time. What? It's the Emperor. Come on. Venus and Mars, you guys. Right now we have Venus in Aquarius, Mars in Leo, opposition energy. But that's also fire and ice. It's passion and the unlikely balance between the two. But that's what we have going on here. All right, let me see the Queen of Wands. The Emperor and the Empress is who creates the Ten of Pentacles. That is what you have associated with the Queen of Wands. So, Queen of Wands and Empress, who is this for you? Could be dealing with a fire sign. The Six of Swords. This is moving. You want to move out of that place of internal defeat. You got it here in the outcome. Right? Five of Swords. This is moving forward. Two of Wands, fire energy. The Two of Wands is setting foot on a whole other path with a distant horizon, stepping into the unknown. Six of Swords is in a sense too. This situation could involve travel. Two of Wands often does, but this is something that you definitely have your eye on, that you want to move forward with. But in the recent past, we have you going through some kind of processing or recovery. What was that about? Come to life. This is you slowly coming back to life. The Page of Cups. Page of Cups right here. Your heart opening. A new experience. Let's have one more on the Eight of Swords. Symbiosis. The Ace of Wands, whoa, fire energy. The Ace of Wands is passion. It's I always call it the Roman candle to the bloodstream, and usually it does accompany the lovers for me because it wakes up your heart. That's what happened. That's what happened. Somehow it got through your Four of Swords. It got through that withdrawal and it woke up the heart. And that sent you into Eight of Swords, trying to understand why. What do I feel? Why do I feel it? What do I do with it now? Interesting. The Nine of Swords, what do I do with it now? Cognitive dissonance. And that's the Lover's energy. That's Gemini. A new awareness. Okay. But remember I said comparing apples to oranges? I wonder, and I'm talking about redefining the language of love, I wonder if this person reminds you of somebody who you associate with pain from the past. That's quite possible. One more on the Page of Cups, and then we're moving to the blue deck. Ooh, this reading went deep. I hope some of you stuck it out with me. Let me see that Page of Cups. It's the Chariot, Cancer's major arcana. Mars moves back into Cancer on January the 6th. It could be a timing thing. The Chariot is the card about travel and moving forward and driven by the Emperor. It's about getting into alignment with your head and your heart and taking control of the direction of things. Definitely, as I say, this could involve travel. We have several cards, yeah. Four of Wands, travel, but also achievement of a wish. This can have to do with wanting to work with somebody too. A collaboration. That's what the Emperor and the Empress do. They represent the parts of each other that they can't do on their own. It's the divine balance. Wow. Let's go to the blue deck. Cornucopia happens to be on the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. This is quite the powerhouse situation. We have envy, interesting. Now, when the Emperor and the Empress come together in this powerful of a context, and I said it's got something to do with stepping away from your own community. People could hold a lot of envy. Cornucopia is a thing, okay? I mean, that's something people would envy. Please excuse my language right now. Journey, travel, interesting. But yeah, strength in the Ace of Wands. This is about having the courage to embrace your passion. Absolutely. That's the solar plexus. That's about believing in yourself and having courage. You can do this. I'm going to draw a clarifier on envy. And then happy family. Is that what it is? The Emperor, the Empress, the Ten of Pentacles. Number 4. And we have all these fours, which is Emperor energy. Ooh, this is, okay. And then door to value, Ten of Pentacles. And that's the interesting part about the Emperor and the Empress as a balance, whether that's within us or external. You can't have a happy Ten of Pentacles outside career, achievements, effectivity in the world if there isn't a happy home behind the situation, and vice versa. Both are required. The Empress is the creator. And then both are required. We have the Angel of Balance. And then we have the third eye, intuition. We saw the High Priestess several times. Let me get one card here. Can you tell us anything more about envy? Who's the envy from? We have Justice and the Hierophant. Interesting. Justice is Libra's major arcana, but also it is about karmic balance and getting what you deserve. This is so powerful. The Hierophant can be your community, family. This is a balanced family. Door to value. What about envy? The World. And then the Eight of Wands. More cards about travel. The envy, like I said, I mean, this is a very powerful coming together. it definitely, it's very passionate, very creative, and it carries a lot of potential. So just be careful with that. Okay, let's do, we'll do a moon card because we are dealing with a full moon. I hope this reading made sense. Like I said, you guys, it went a whole lot deeper than I was thinking it would. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. We have a lot of Leo energy here, and we have the Eight of Swords, but also Ace of Wands. Embrace the passion. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. Boom, don't think too much. Let's have another one. First quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. I say that's towards the self as well. Interesting. Lighten up and unleash your kindest self. A lot of self-defeating talk going on over here. Okay. I'm not going to go much deeper because I totally could. Let's go to the talisman. Consider these kind of like code words or power words you can take away from the reading if they resonate for you. What do we have? Creativity, the Emperor and the Empress. Beautiful. And Leo energy, which is very good. Concealment, envy. That's very important. That's coming out for me, and maybe that's why the moon. Oh, look at this. Cut ties. Is that what you were doing? Let's get you one more. And then Luna, the moon. One more. We've seen the moon 3 times now. And then change, Aquarius energy. This has that reinvention type thing. Oh, there could be like a secrecy, a reinvention. Okay, I'll leave it there. Let's close this off with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, so definitely take it only as it resonates for you, as with the whole reading. Well, okay. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. You're standing in your own way. Self-limiting beliefs about what's possible for you. We have the Emperor here. Redefine the thoughts. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. That's the premise of this whole reading, for goodness sakes. And another one. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. What in the heck? I couldn't have said it any better. In fact, it said what I said. All right, you guys, that's what I have. This reading went very deep. I hope some of you stuck with me till the end because it's very powerful. I've been meditating on the energies of this full moon for quite some time because I sense the power behind it. And it's hard to articulate just how much. So I hope the reading conveyed that a little bit. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Happy full moon, my friends.